Hello there, my very good friends. On today's wrestling news, Goldberg has left WWE and is now a free agent.
Triple H is planning some surprises for the Raw after WrestleMania.
I'm going to tell you how Triple H is going to fix Vince McMahon's final mess in WWE.
And the latest entrance into the 2023 Hall of Fame has been revealed. I'm Adam Wilborn.
And look at that.
I mean, what?
Well, what's going on?
This is the news.
All right, let's kick things off by talking about Goldberg. He's gone. He's gone!
Oh no.
His contract with WWE has expired per Fightful Select. It expired late last year, and there was no extension or renewal or anything. So now he is a free agent and he can do whatever the hell he wants. PW Insider have added some extra context with their own report, noting that when Goldberg recently did an interview saying, "Hey, I want a retirement match," that was effectively him saying, "Guys, I'm open for business." Meaning he can go anywhere, he can work whatever he wants to do, he can do whatever the heck he wants. So Goldberg has obviously been quite the controversial character since coming back to WWE in 2016 for the Brock Lesnar feud, which was sick.
Yeah, that was great. That should have been his retirement match.
I don't think he needed to beat Kevin Owens for the Universal title,
Nope.
but the WrestleMania match was a lot of fun, and the Survivor Series squash was like, what the hell just happened? I think he's had some fun outings since then.
I like the stuff with Dolph, at
I like
SummerSlam.
the Ziggler match, and there's some other bits and pieces here and there, but obviously there are things like the Undertaker match, which was an omni shambles. The Fiend match pissed a lot of people off.
Did he beat Lashley in Saudi Arabia as well?
Yeah, he brawled him around the place, and Gage was involved, and he was always.
Oh, yeah, I was like Nick Gage was there. His
showed
son,
up,
of course.
Pizza cutter. And he was always in world title shots and stuff, and there was always a great deal of anxiety over him potentially winning when Vince was in charge. So, I understand.
He's part of Roman's defenses, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was his last one. That was Goldberg's last match in February. So there you go, crazy stuff.
Oh, didn't he have? Sorry, I'm just talking all over you there. I'm just remembering all the random matches they hold him into. Do you remember that one where Drew just invented a promo that Goldberg had done because they'd run out of time?
You
shouldn't have said those things. He didn't say anything. Drew.
Yeah, what are you talking about, Andrew? You silly sausage. Yeah, but there you go. Goldberg gone for now. So I'm a Goldberg stan, but I'm not going to argue that his last run wasn't a bit crap at times.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah, as much as I loved, like you say, the Dolph stuff and random just, he could still retire and still pop up and spear people. And let's be honest, it's wrestling retirement. What's that even mean?
Terry Funk, how many times?
I think if you'd have, said goodbye after the match with Brock at WrestleMania, I don't think I'd have had as many problems as I do have with him right now.
No.
He just came back and I was like, oh, not another one.
Yeah. And then it was there were flashes. And I guess
it's always gonna happen.
Yeah, and him and Roman, that first match would have been fun if the pandemic didn't happen and he had to face Braun instead. The build was quite intense and stuff. And yeah, like I say, I'm a Goldberg stan, man. I love that big silly sausage of a man barreling
the Fiend
into
was the
people.
best part. I think he senses the Fiend's presence.
That was so funny.
Toss, mate.
That was so funny. He's beat his ass. Held the belt up, stood on the turnbuckle, the Fiend stands up. Michael Cole, I think he senses the Fiend. He wasn't even acknowledging him, brother. It's
I've got the belt now,
yeah,
so what's the problem?
I'm the champion. Weird run. I would like to see Goldberg versus Kenny Omega. I'm not gonna lie, I think that would be stupid.
I've got my sources.
Yeah,
maybe not as reliable as literally any other wrestling journalist. I'm not calling myself a wrestling journalist, seriously, obviously. But reports are from my sources. He is going to All Elite Wrestling, not to wrestle Kenny Omega or Lance Archer or, I don't know, anyone else.
Where is this going?
Joining the Outsiders.
Oh!
Him and Saraya.
Fair play. That would be suitably chaotic. I'm into it.
Saraya has a checklist. If your name doesn't rhyme with excrement, you're in.
Your name rhymes with promo line of the year.
Greatest promo.
She's the best.
From Goldberg...
Saraya rules, man.
Yeah. To Triple H, who is apparently planning some big surprises on the Raw after WrestleMania. A tag team between WrestleVotes and Give Me Sport Report.
Hey, tag teams.
They've been doing a fair bit together, these guys, haven't they?
Teaming and what rhymes with?
Beaming. Making me beam with happiness about them actually do stuff on WrestleMania, the Raw after WrestleMania, because it's been a bit iffy. Ezekiel, as you said.
Lars Sullivan.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, it's not going to be a whole host of debuts, but the report says 5, 6, or 7 new people will appear on the show. WrestleVotes believe Zack Ryder, aka, of course, Matt Cardona, and or an NXT call-up is possible. Tentatively excited about this.
Yeah,
'cause it's been very much a flip of the coin when it comes to Triple H being like, I'm going to bring this guy in because,
Yeah, some of them haven't
But
worked
I
out.
want Matt Cardona in WWE. I don't need him to be Zack Ryder anymore. I want him to be Matt Cardona in there.
I don't want him as Zack Ryder. I don't want no woo. Like,
No.
I want him as himself.
And an NXT call-up, considering the photo we showed you yesterday of how incredible Cameron Grimes looks, there's some good potential there. And yeah, I hope under the Triple H regime, he decides, the excitement and the surprise on the Raw after WrestleMania were a good thing.
Yeah, just
Don't
make it
piss
fun
on your
again.
audience's chips the day after WrestleMania.
Yeah, just make it fun again. It hasn't been fun for years, the Raw after WrestleMania. It's like, people will get on to me for that, but it simply hasn't, man.
No, it's not been the levels it had been.
You don't really get those big popping stories anymore on these shows. So yeah, that would be nice. I mean, he's already fixed Legend shows. Raw is XXX was sick. So like, can he fix the Raw after Mania as well? I wouldn't bet against him at this stage.
Just more of the mess that Vince McMahon left that Triple H has got to clean up.
Speaking of messes, he's got to clean up.
Segue.
That's how this has been described by WrestleVotes and Give Me Sport collabing again. Whoa, what I just... All right, mate, calm down. The world titles are going to split them up by SummerSlam.
Good.
WWE by SummerSlam is apparently planning on having 2 separate world titles. The outlets here describe it as the last mess, the final mess that Vince left for Triple H.
That's the name of the match.
Yeah, it might as well be. The final mess. When Triple H became head of creative. This is his last major obstacle. The team are working hard to overcome it. And there you go. Triple H was just kind of handed this situation, obviously, when he succeeded his problematic father-in-law. So Cody has spoken quite openly about being open to the idea of splitting the belts up after Mania. He's probably beating Roman Reigns for both of them at Mania. That seems to be the direction.
Sensational promo.
Yeah, it was good stuff. And then we'll head to August for SummerSlam, and we'll hopefully have 2 belts. Don't know how they're going to do it. I maintain wholeheartedly that Roman needs to be beaten for both of them. That's his story. He's the king, he's the god, he's the man, he's the end boss in this promotion. Doesn't make sense for him to lose them one by one. It should be one big, huge moment. Afterwards, you can probably do something. You can have Cody go, well, I want the WWE title because it's historic and my dad never won it and blah, blah, blah. Or you can have Adam Pearce go, hey, we need 2 belts. So Cody, I'm taking one off. There's all kinds of stuff you can do. And I don't know if any of them are perfect options. I'm sure they'll find a way.
I think, Cody is such a good promo. He could sell you on the fact without it seeming like, I don't really want this one. Of like, I don't want to hold all the belts hostage. Each of the big shows deserves a big belt on it. I'm going to hold the WWE Championship, family, father, blah, blah, blah. Universal Championship on the line at, and I'm not going to claim credit for this. This is our brilliant fans and contributors who've suggested this on numerous occasions. That belt goes to the winner of King of the Ring.
Add some stakes to King of the Ring in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, that's the only.
Of course.
That's the only. Because I'm like, oh.
Well, that's Goldberg's retirement match, isn't it? Winning the title.
One more match, please, God, no.
Seriously, Goldberg versus Kenny Omega. That would be so much stupid fun.
Goldberg beats Cody Rhodes in his first defense.
I think Goldberg should get squashed by who's really small. Darby Allin. There you go. Be sick.
Fuego del Sol.
Oh, brother. Can you imagine Darby selling a spear from Goldberg? It'd be the best thing ever. Let's do it.
It'd be like, the Black Panther costume, like, absorbs thing and then uses that energy to fire back at me. I think that's what Darby Allin does.
Yeah.
So just be like, oh, thanks, mate, I'm invincible now.
Darby Allin would kick his ass. Darby Allin rules, man. I know he gets
Goldberg
said
versus
like all the
Sting.
time, but
One more time.
no. Probably not. Goldberg in matches with other old men doesn't go well these days, let's be honest.
Or ever.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the latest inductee into the WWE Hall of Fame. You probably saw this all over social media yesterday. The late, great Andy Kaufman is heading into the 2023 Hall of Fame class. Got to be honest, from a personal perspective, I didn't really know a lot about Kaufman growing up. Obviously, he had a legendary feud with Jerry Lawler, but let's check. Oh yeah, wasn't born then. But the brilliant Jim Carrey Man on the Moon film and that amazing documentary which came out a few years back, which chronicles his descent into that character, I suppose.
Jim Carrey pissing off Jerry Lawler in that documentary.
Shoot really pissing him
funny.
off. Okay, yeah, very good. You're playing Andy Kaufman. No.
Yeah.
No. Great stuff, and it encouraged me to go back and check this out. Obviously, the intergender wrestling champion of the world. Tragically, of course, passing away just 35 from lung cancer. Now, you would assume, obviously, Jerry Lawler, considering his history with Kaufman, would induct him into the Hall of Fame, but with his recent ill health, that may not be the case. But it's going to be very interesting to see what they do there because, Kaufman just a real legend of.
Andy Kaufman should have been in the Hall of Fame like decades ago. Has the Hall of Fame been around for decades? Yes, it has. He should have been one of the first, if not the first celebrity on this. I understand, people like Mr. T are a bit more significant to WWE.
Yeah.
But, and like Cyndi Lauper and people like that. But like from a pro wrestling standpoint, that was the first major, huge, game-changing celebrity versus wrestler angle in Memphis. It was so far ahead of its time. It set the tone for everything that's followed in that kind of field. Like the angle on the talk show and everything they did.
The
like
neck brace.
Yeah, real line blurring stuff. Like Kaufman should have been put in ages ago. So it's nice to see that being addressed.
Also, a report from PW Insider Elite saying that there could be a referee being inducted as part of this year's class as well.
Earl Hebner?
Someone the entire industry loves. Many speculate it could be the late Tim White going in. But you're spoiled for choice in terms of people they could put in for this.
Yeah, what's Hebner's relationship with WWE like? Is he already in there? I don't know. I don't really follow referees.
No, I don't really,
Teddy Long used to be a referee, and he rules. So there you go.
I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, why not? Who else have we got from back in the day?
Mike Chioda.
Remember when he was in AEW once? That was so strange.
I was like, here we go.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's a really good referee. He should be in wrestling.
Yes.
Yeah, what's going on? What's going on, Mike? What up? He's really good. I like Mike Chioda.
But yeah, an illustrious list of this year's Hall of Fame so far.
Hell yeah. Good.
Right, let's move on to your Twitter questions. At WhatCulture WWE, of course, we want to get in touch with us. First question today, once I get it on my phone.
It was an embarrassment of riches today.
Yes, comes from Ernesto really Gonzalez. Says they can't all lose their championships at WrestleMania. So what champions will retain their title at Mania?
Roman Reigns, Charlotte Flair.
God, no.
The Usos. I think Gunther should retain. I think he should win that match. I think he should pin Drew and then do Sheamus one-on-one later on.
Yeah.
And then Sheamus wins there.
Yeah.
Means a little bit more one-on-one. Beats him fair and square. Settles that rivalry. Gets the Grand Slam. I think
Career versus title?
Makes it a bit too predictable for me, brother. Makes it a bit too predictable. As soon as you put career on there, you know that the guy who's putting his career on the line is winning. So I'm not a big fan of those stipulations unless Sheamus is actually thinking of retiring. Bianca might retain, against Asuka as well. And,
especially after that spot with Piper Niven last night. Oh my god.
Yeah. So there's strong argument to be made there. I think those are the two most likely ones.
I'm scratching my head and trying to think of literally any others.
Theory maybe might go over John Cena. Possible.
Yeah.
Because the only real benefit to putting the belt on Cena is if Cena then jobs it out to someone very soon afterwards. So, yeah.
Beyond that, no.
Nah.
Can't think of any.
Roman.
They're not putting the women's tag titles on the line, are they? It's just a six-woman, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
No tag team title match for you.
Right. Alberto Booze Cruz gives us our second question of the day.
Fair play.
Your thoughts on factions in wrestling being harder to book if the group is bigger than 5 members? Just watching old WCW episodes. Why? And shaking my head at how big some of the groups were.
Yeah. I don't know if they're harder to book by default, right? Because Bullet Club has 10, 15 people in it, right? And even at the height of that group's power, at the height of that group's power, the stable was absolutely awesome. Even if you go back just a couple of years when like Cody and Adam Cole and all these guys were in there, like it was very effective. So like in Japan, it's proved that you can have these large groups and it can work. And like Chaos is gigantic, for example, in New Japan, or was at some point. So like I don't think that big groups are inherently a problem in and of themselves. But the NWO obviously was very, very stupid. That's like the extreme example.
So
of
big,
this.
we need 2 groups now.
So, yeah. We need Wildcard B. We need NWA. NWA. That's Billy Corgan. Yeah, it probably becomes a little bit unwieldy, but I don't think that group size is inherently a problem itself.
I think the thing is, I think generally, in my opinion, in terms of like Western wrestling, I think 5 kind of has to be your limit. But also that's because I think the reason you give there is if you book yourself into a corner. If there's 20 members on a team, but every time they go out there, they fight for the good of the team. But they're not just heel typical shenanigans. 3 people have come out and distracted the referee and hit someone with a belt or bat or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
That's where you get into problems. If they're just out there fighting on behalf of a team, win or lose, that's fine. But if you've got 10 people in a team and they've got a tag match here and a title match there and blah, 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 why would one group of people get the support from the team at ringside and others not? So...
Yeah, it's you just have to be a good booker. Yeah,
that's the thing.
WCW that era.
Let me just check the history books.
Yeah.
No.
Well, I mean, the Alliance were good, so there you go. Dungeon of Doom. Did they have more than? Yeah, they did. Of course they did.
TG Carter gives us our third question. Yeah. I can't count. Yeah. TG says, "Morning, you sexy beasts," and that's why he's got his question.
Well, okay.
One question is Is the giant floating head versus the Demon at Mania proof that Vince is back in creative, basically?
Yeah. I don't know if it's proof, right? But it's definitely Vince-esque, isn't it?
I want the Demon to be at WrestleMania for the Hell in a Cell.
I don't know, man. I think that the way the Demon went out last time was kind of burial-ish.
How would you describe his... selling on the floor?
It's electrocuted salmon, wasn't it? Like, yeah.
It is going to be a tough comeback, isn't it?
I've had enough of the Demon. Personally, like, I thought some of his aesthetics were really cool. Like, some of his costumes were awesome. The entrance is sick. But as soon as you did that Roman Reigns crap, brother, that was it for me. Get in the bin, off you go. That was genuinely atrocious. I'm not interested in seeing them try to rebuild it. I could see this being a Vince idea, but I could also see Triple H being quite proud and going, well, that sucked. I'm going to make it good again. And if he can, fair play, but I'm a bit dubious.
I don't like intense Edge. The big vein, you can't see it on that photo, but the big vein on his forehead.
I'm not a massive fan of Edge's like acting in pro wrestling. It's just not for me. It's for a lot of other people, and his reactions speak for themselves. But I would rather it was just a straight up blood feud, brother. I don't need this stuff.
I am going to be watching when Finn goes up top going, be careful!
Watch the turnbuckle, brother. Yeah, is he going to... Rubbish! Just don't do that again.
He's having the best time in the
He's having a good time, man. And now he's going to have to lose to Edge.
Yeah, probably.
Well,
Hell in a Cell though at Mania. That'll be fun. Right, let's move on to today's and finally. And I don't want to get all ranty here, but I just wanted to share the spotlight and remind wrestling fans to, come on, think about things, guys. Rhea Ripley tweeting overnight, people need to respect that no means no. At airports, do not follow me outside. Today has put me off completely. I will not sign anything that isn't a personal photo of us anymore. Hate me, I don't care. Disagree with me, try putting yourselves in our shoes for one bloody day. And I think you and I both fully support the wrestlers on this one.
Yeah, you're not entitled to these people's time when they're not at work. You're not entitled to chase them down in airports. You're not entitled to walk up to Rey Mysterio with 30 different items and go, hey Rey, can you sign all of these? Because I'm such a big fan and I'm totally not going to sell them on eBay. Leave people alone. Leave people alone. These people live their life in the spotlight, absolutely. And, you know, with fame comes certain unwanted things, and I'm sure that Rey Mysterio and Rhea Ripley and anyone else who's ever been in an airport and been a bit pissed off is very grateful for the people who put them in this position and the fans and stuff. But there has to be a line. You have to respect people's privacy. You have to leave people alone when they want some alone time. You are not entitled to every second of their day, even though they live their lives in the public eye. You see someone in the airport, go, "Hey, Rhea Ripley," and keep on walking.
Exactly.
Don't hassle people, man.
I'll believe
it's really
you.
simple.
If Andy said to me, "You'll never guess who I saw at the airport, Rhea Ripley," I wouldn't be like, "Pictures or it didn't happen."
Yeah.
It just,
yeah.
And it's the double whammy, isn't it? It's like, it's bad enough going and pestering them, but getting them to sign
30 different items.
Sign this. Just piss off.
Holding a book of
How
cards.
many good experiences have you had in an airport? Like, I get it.
There
You and I are excited when we go to an airport because we're going on holiday.
Yeah.
But if you're just going, "Oh, I've got to get to so-and-so and so-and-so," and like, unless it's got a Cinnabon, like, it's just...
Or a pub that's open
like,
at 6 in the
they've
morning.
probably got up, they're probably bloody really achy from bumping on everything last night, and they've got to fly somewhere else to bump. And it's, it's an incredible career. We all would love to, well, not all of us, I suppose.
I would not want to be a wrestler, brother. No.
It's a dream career for many people. It's awesome. And yes, you have to accept that this comes with it, but yeah, just imagine like you're just having a bit of a crap day in your job, and then someone on your 5 minutes of like lunch break comes up, leave them alone.
Yeah, leave people, just don't be a weirdo, man. Just be normal. Be normal. I think that's the ideal conduct in the airport. You're walking by, you see, I don't know, Rey Mysterio walking towards you. "Hey, Rey Mysterio, big fan. Thank you, man. Keep on rolling. Keep on rolling. Just let people
I wouldn't say
live."
that to Ray because he's a deadbeat dad, but yeah, generally
he's a scumbag. He doesn't look after his kids.
"Hey, Ray, you suck as a father." Don't do that either, obviously. I can't believe I have to say that, but just in case. Anyway, be nice to wrestlers.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't believe again. That's a statement we have to make. But.
They're miserable. They're tired. They're having a rough time. They've got the Pret a Manger in the airport, and the only sandwich there is like bacon and mustard. Leave them be.
Let us know your thoughts on that and all today's news stories in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to What Culture Wrestling wherever you get your podcasts from for daily wrestling podcasts. You know what's coming your way today, Andy?
What's that?
The review of Monday Night Raw and a preview of the show formerly known as NXT 2.0. Ow! Yo! Coming later on today, myself and the Dandy Boys. Thoughts, Twitter questions. I've really hurt my knees there. All that good stuff at WhatCulture WWE. Or sometimes we take them from the YouTube community section. What are we doing tomorrow?
I don't know.
We haven't decided.
I don't know.
We haven't decided. Keep an eye on that, though, as well.
Look at both.
Yeah. Follow Andy Murray on Twitter
at Andy H. Murray. The H stands for Hoop40, Hoopo Rosso.
Catch Up WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Follow me on Twitter.
Take a seat.
At Adam Wilborn. Follow us all at WhatCulture WWE. But for now, thanks to Andy Murray, to the big floating head. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you soon.